Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fit and fine. And today in SST we will start our new chapter, that is chapter number 7, the Southern Plateau. So it is one of our physical feature that lies to the south of the northern plains. As we had already discussed about some of our physical features, some of our important landmarks like the northern mountains which lies at the top. After that, just below the northern mountain there are the northern plains, and just below the northern plains, to the south of the northern plains, there are the southern plateaus. So first I will show the position of the southern plateau. For that I will draw the map of India here. So beta, here I am drawing a small map of India. Yes, so this is your map of India. It is our map of India, and as we know that the southern plateau, it lies to the south of India. It is also known as the southern plateau. So here, this is the southern plateau. Here at the top we have the northern mountains which starts from the north and then extend to the northeast. Just after the northern mountains, here we have the northern plains, and just after the northern plains, in the central part of our country and in the southern part of our country, that is covered by the plateaus. So it is our central highland, and this is our Deccan Plateau. So this is the complete plateau region which is triangular in shape. That is triangular in shape. River Narmada, which flow through Madhya Pradesh, which flow through central highlands, and it flow towards the west and at last merge in the Arabian Sea. Here is the Arabian Sea. It is Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal. So beta, this southern plateau, it divides into two parts, and this is the river Narmada which divides the southern plateau into two parts. The upper part is the central highland, and this is the Deccan Plateau. This is our southern plateau which is triangular in shape. It is the middle part of our country, that is Madhya Pradesh. And the southern plateau, it starts from the Satpura hills to the Kanyakumari. So here is the river Narmada which divides the southern plateau into two parts. One is the central highland, and this is the central highland which made up of two plateaus, Malwa Plateau and the Chota Nagpur Plateau. So ये जो हमारा central highland है, the upper part of the river Narmada, it is made up of two plateaus, the Malwa Plateau and the Chota Nagpur Plateau. And Chota Nagpur Plateau is rich in minerals. After that, here downside is the Deccan Plateau, and this is the Deccan Plateau which covers almost all the southern states: Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Chhattisgarh. So these are the states where there is the spread of Deccan Plateau. Now the rivers, which are the rivers that flow here. So in the central highland, river Narmada and Tapi. Narmada and Tapi, these are the two rivers which flow through the central highlands. They flow towards the west and at last merge into Arabian Sea. And these are the rivers which originates from the Satpura range that lies in the central highland. After that, the rivers that flow through the Deccan Plateau, so they are Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari and Mahanadi. These rivers originate from the Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. Now beta, what are Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats? So the Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats are the mountain range which separate the southern plateau to the coastal plains. Now I will explain it here. Look on the blackboard. As we know that this is our southern plateau, which is triangular in shape, and this is the coastal plain. You know what is the meaning of coast? The land that lies next to the sea or ocean. So it is the western coastal plain, it is the eastern coastal plain, and here are the western ghats and eastern ghats. So this western ghats and eastern ghats are the mountain range. It is not too much high as the Himalayas. It is not too much high as the Himalayas, but this is the mountain range from which many rivers originate that flow in the southern part of our country. Like Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari, Mahanadi, these are the rivers which originate through the eastern ghats and western ghats. So this is the western ghat, this is the eastern ghat. This western ghat, it separates the southern plateau from the western coastal plain, and it is the eastern ghat which separates the southern plateau to the eastern coastal plain. Now some of the important hills here are the Annamalai, Shahadri, Nilgiri. These are the important hills of the eastern ghat and western ghat. River Godavari that flow through the Deccan Plateau. This is the most important river of the South India. Like how river Ganga is the holy river for the Hindus or the people, those who live in the North India, for them Ganga is a holy river and they worship it. So in the same way, Godavari is an important river and a holy river for the people, those who are living in South India, and it is also known as Dakshin Ganga. So this is the location of the southern plateau. Chota Nagpur plateau. As we had already discussed that here the central highland is made up of Malwa plateau and Chota Nagpur plateau. So the Chota Nagpur plateau, it lies in the state of Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, and this plateau is rich in minerals. There are the huge deposits of minerals. After that, climate. That what is the climate of the southern plateau? So the climate of the southern plateau is the same as we face the climate in our North India. Like it have all the seasons, summer season, rainy season, winter season. So it have winter season from November to February. It have summer season from March to June. It have rainy season from July to October. So in this way, the climate of the Deccan Plateau or the southern plateau is extreme climate, how we have the extreme climate in northern plains. After that, the wildlife and vegetation. So the eastern ghats and the western ghats, they have dense forest. The slopes of these mountains are covered by the dense forest, and the trees which are found here are rosewood, mahogany, bamboo and ebony. The another trees are also there like teak, sal, sandalwood, mango, mahua, jackfruit. These are the trees which are found here. The wildlife which is found here in the southern plateau. So the wildlife is the animals like elephant, sambar, boar, deer, leopard, chosingha. These are some of the animals which are found here in the Deccan Plateau or in the southern plateau. After that, the soil, that what kind of soil is found here. So in the southern plateau, mostly two kinds of soils are found here, the black soil and the red soil. Black soil, it is very suitable for the growth of cotton crop, groundnut, sugarcane, wheat, rice. These are the crops which are grown here. And the red soil is red just because of the presence of iron in it. Why the red soil? It appears red in color just because of the presence of iron in it. As we all know that the soil is formed from the rocks. When the rocks, they break into very small pieces by the force of temperature, rainfall, wind, and it takes millions of years to convert that small pieces of stones into a very thin layer of soil. So the rock that contains the iron ore, when they break, they convert in red soil. So this red soil is red just because of the presence of iron in it, and it is not much fertile soil. This soil is not fertile. So people, they separate the fertilizers, artificial fertilizers, manure, pesticides, all these things makes this soil fertile, and then people grow the crops here. So in the red soil also people grow the different kinds of crops like the oil seeds, wheat, rice, sugarcane, maize. These are the crops which are grown here. So this is our chapter about the Southern Plateau. So it is a very short chapter which tells us about the location of the Southern Plateau and how's the Southern Plateau. So the plateau, you know that it is the land that is higher than the surrounding area and it is flat at the top, and that's why it is also known as the tableland. And the Southern Plateau, they lies in the south of India, so it is also known as the Peninsular Plateau. Peninsular Plateau, it is known as because beta we had already studied the meaning of peninsula, that the land area which is covered by water from three sides, that is known as peninsular. So our South India, it is covered by three water bodies, or it is surrounded by three water bodies: Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. So that's why our South India is also known as the Peninsular India. The Southern Plateau is also known as Peninsular Plateau. River Narmada, it divides the plateau into two parts. One is Central Highland, another is Deccan Plateau. Central Highland is made up of Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau, and this Deccan Plateau, it is spread in almost all the southern states. And the rivers, climate, wildlife, vegetation and the soils we had already discussed in this chapter. Thank you.